Hey everybody, welcome to PDQ Live. Today we've got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about multi-tenancy. We're going to talk about Windows 11 upgrades. Then we've got some PowerShell Pro tips, and we'll wrap it up with a fun game. Right?
I'm excited for the game.
I'm excited for the game
excited too. But first, Kelly has an announcement.
Why, yes. Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. That's what you call a segue. Well done. Well done. Smart Deploy. All right. Here's the thing. We have a webinar coming up on Wednesday, June 4th. We're calling this Summer Camp for Sysadmins. Now, you know this is the time of year. If you're in EDU, you know, everybody gets summer off. No, you don't. This is when you start working. You got to do all sorts of stuff. You have to refresh computers. You got to do all sorts of things. We're going to cover how to do that and make it easy and actually more fun. And I do believe Tara and Brock, you guys are going to be on this one. So we'll talk about summer refreshes. We'll roast Microsoft maybe a little bit. At least Tara will. Brock will just lightly pet them and go, they're not that bad. Anyway, that is on June 4th. I will be putting the link into the YouTube chat right now. You can go ahead and register for that, and we'll see you on June 4th. Summer Camp for Sysadmins.
Yes, Andrew's going to be in Discord. It's his old PS noob. He's going to help us out in the question part. And if for no other reason than to see how professional we aren't, you should be in the webinar.
Watch Brock struggle to keep Tara reined in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason.
Just watch the sweat beads start to form.
Yeah,
and fall down.
What did she just say? Exactly. All right.
All right, should we do this thing? Should we jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so last week we started talking about multi-tenancy. We had Tails down here.
Yes.
And we talked about some use cases, and in Discord, I went to the channel, and it looked like a lot of the chat around it was like, hey, yeah, this is a feature primarily geared to MSPs.
Right.
And to that, I'd say, yeah, you're right, but there's also an entire use case around internal IT.
And then I immediately said, but why would we use this, Josh? I did, right?
You did. You're like, yeah, but what is it? What is it for?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of wanted to talk through some use cases for internal IT. The first one that kind of comes to mind is like, hey, maybe you do corporate IT in a franchise model.
Like a parent-child domain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like franchisees come on, you provide IT support, and sometimes they go. Or maybe you work at a university, and different colleges have different IT needs or requests. There's different admins that manage each of those different colleges. That's a good case for multi-tenancy, right?
Yep.
The university might have an overarching policy that can be coming from the parent, but then each college can kind of run with their own subtenant.
We had that as the Nevada System of Higher Education.
Yeah.
Where we had like a parent like IT department that they mainly handled like networking stuff for us, but I could totally see that being a use case there.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you've got just separations of concerns within the same organization, right? Maybe Help Desk 1 does XYZ, Help Desk 2 does the other stuff.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be able to deploy things to each other's devices. Or maybe it's something simple, like I want all of my workstations separated from all of my servers because I don't want the tier 1 guys being able to, wreck server-side infrastructure. So I went ahead and in our tenant of Banff here, I created 3 subtenants and I broke them out into the basics, right? I haven't moved anything yet, but I wanted to show you what it looks like, right? So when I dive in here, this is completely separate. This is completely new. The thing that is following down right now, and keep in mind that this is an alpha, is users and permissions, right? So even though we're like logically separating stuff out here, if I'm a admin in Banff, I'm automatically an admin in all of these subtenants. Like that's going to change.
Yeah.
So I separate out end user workstations, servers. This can look completely different. And this is where I'm going to put my stuff.
Yep.
So that nobody else breaks it. This is the Josh is no touchy.
Mm-hmm.
And really creating this is super easy. You can't create tenants when you're in a subtenant. You have to do it from the parent.
Yeah.
Right. So this is as easy as it is. Once you've turned it on from settings, create tenant. Brock, do you want one?
Sure.
Please move his weirdly named stuff over there. Get it out of there.
Stuff, right?
Perfect.
Create. Here you go. This is all fresh and new. This is all Brock stuff. And we can just run through the basic setup wizard here. And we run through, and it's going to create groups for you. It's going to create automations, and it's going to build it all. And now you can get those devices over here into different tenants.
What does that process of getting the devices over look like?
Right now, the process of getting those devices over is getting the unique tenant installer
That's what it is.
for them. What that changes into and morphs into, I don't know.
So Fortress already is asking for package tagging. Now I'm guessing that's something you're going to have to go into Discord and specifically ask for. Is
Yeah,
that
so
request?
that's the intent here. Fortress is like I could have a package here, maybe this one password package.
I like that word. You made a new word.
Right? Where I can choose it and I can apply selectively to not only the parent but also individual different children.
Mm-hmm.
So when it kind of comes down, maybe I'm over here in Brock stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I might see an automation that's from here. It's enabled, and maybe there is a column that says inherited from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. These are things that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
This is an alpha. This is the feedback. This is where we want to kind of get the
Mm-hmm.
stuff that comes back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to hear. We want to hear what you want, right?
Yeah,
We're building it out.
Yeah,
So
we need
put
to
it
hear.
in there.
Yeah,
Put
so
it in
come to
there.
the Discord. Let us know what you want, what you're thinking about, and if you're going to try it out.
Okay,
So
another question: can you install PDQ Connect to install PDQ Connect for a different tenant, or does it clash?
they do clash. They do clash. I've done this. It's kind of ugly. The long story short of this is you have to do it in one step in Connect, and it's error prone, right?
Mhm.
So all in a single step, and a little bit of scripting. You're going to uninstall the version that's there.
Mhm.
Then you're going to install the new version.
The child.
But keep in mind,
version.
it's like as you uninstall it, you're going to break the one that has the reporting, and you hope it shows up in the other guy.
Okay.
So that's one of those things that we're working on as well. Of like, how do we gracefully move this stuff over and keep that there?
So it's just parent-child rules from the domain, essentially. These are parent-child tenants.
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. So that was kind of the little recap on multi-tenancy.
Mhm.
I think up next, we wanted to show, with Windows 10 coming into life, what are you doing to migrate? And one of the options we have here is in Connect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this was pretty timely because we just got a request on Reddit, I believe. Somebody was struggling pushing the upgrade out with Connect. Something with their script or something.
Yeah, they sure were. So I actually went through Discord and I saw that one. So I'm going to show two different ways that you can do this in Connect. But I'm going to come out and call this out right out of the gate
Mm-hmm.
and say, look, we have a product for this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So Smart Deploy actually does this really well. In-place upgrades to Windows 11. Just one button. You just click it.
It
and
is
does
seriously
it.
one button in a few minutes, and it's like done.
Yeah, it's beautiful. This one
Yeah.
is a little bit harder, but we're going to show how. So this script was in Discord,
This was
right?
in
and
Discord.
This was old PS Noob. So we're gonna
Marcel, I believe,
give
did the
credit.
I don't remember.
Well,
Will
one of
someone
them.
please go find it? Like, I should have remembered and wrote it down, but I didn't. But I
Andrew probably knows.
shamelessly ripped this from the Discord
Okay.
to highlight here. So what this script is doing is it's basically coming in here and it's going to create a directory. In this case, C Win11 temp. And then it's going to use the built-in web client PowerShell to go out and it's going to download the Windows 11 setup.exe, the online installer. So it's going to pull that down. And then what it's going to do is it's going to start the process of that exe. So when it does this, you feed it an argument list here, quiet install, skip EULA, auto upgrade, blah, 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 blah. One thing that I want to call out here is this flag here, the no restart UI.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means is it's going to go and it's going to stream these install files. It's going to install Windows 11. And when it gets to the point that it needs to reboot, it's just going to do it.
Oh, what's the user going to do?
Yeah, the user's just going to be like, my computer just restarted in the middle of the day.
So be careful.
So
Full contact IT.
Yeah.
full contact IT, because it's going to take a while but as it reboots there. So just keep in mind that this is going to be kind of heavy, especially bandwidth kind of heavy.
Yeah. How big is the install? Gigs?
I think it's like probably to stream like 4.5, 5 gigs,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
But it's going to do it in the background.
Okay.
So this is kind of the what I'm calling the online version of the upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are going to require an internet connection,
Mhm.
but this is the one that needs to maintain a connection.
Okay. And this is in place upgrade. So your user files are going to remain where they are. It's just going to upgrade to Windows 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just clarify.
So everything's going to stay there.
Okay.
It's going to upgrade. It's going to look like your deployment failed, right? In Connect.
Wait, why?
It's
Why?
going to call this a failure.
Oh, okay.
If it's successful, it's going to call it a failure. Or it's going to say that it actually ran. Right?
Okay.
So you're going to get false positives here.
Yeah.
Right? Because Connect is just going to say, hey, I ran the thing and it's successful. I ran your script. Now, it might actually fail, but you don't know that. You won't get that information back.
Why?
Because you're just, all Connect is aware of is that you said, hey, start the process.
Okay.
And if the process started, then it's success.
Yeah. As far as Connect is concerned, it's like, hey, I did my job.
Yep.
You know.
Okay.
So keep that in mind here. You might get some
Okay.
false positives if you're looking at like, yep, successful, but it's still the old version of Windows or the old version of Windows 11. Well, it's because you just started the process you didn't actually run.
Okay.
So build some groups. In a few webcasts ago, we built some groups around Windows 11.
Mm-hmm.
Probably go back, dive into those. and see
Obviously,
what
try
those-
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try one, try two, try
Okay.
three.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the second way to do it.
Okay.
The second way to do it is going to use the actual Windows 11 ISO file.
Okay.
So instead of going out and pulling the installer down live, we're going to start off first by copying that ISO over to the device
Locally.
locally.
Okay. Save a little bandwidth.
I mean, you're not really saving bandwidth. We're just trading when it gets downloaded, right? Because this one, I'm going to download. The first step is get the ISO there. All the files are on the device. And then we're going to execute locally versus the previous one, we were streaming it.
Okay.
Well, I do like this a little bit better though, because this, like, it's the other one, like, you start the process and you're just like fingers crossed, right? This one is like, hey, you at least get to see whether or not your file transferred to the device and it's on there locally, so you don't have to worry about, dropped internet connection or something in the future.
Yeah. And if you like it fails or it gets interrupted, you don't have to stream all those files again. They're still there. Just re-kick off from like this step 2.
Yeah. Marcel's also saying you can copy it from a local network.
You could do that
Yeah,
too. Like
wherever.
your first
Point
command
wherever.
should just be like a copy from file server to local.
Mhm.
All right. So here's the next script. The thing we're doing here is we're going to mount the disk image, and then we're going to grab the drive letter from that mounted disk image. So we have to look and we have to get the name of the ISO that we're calling here, where the image path name is, because we actually don't know what it's going to mount as. It could be drive D, E, F, depending on how many disks are in there. I don't know what Windows is going to call that. So we're going to grab that. We're going to store it as the volume drive letter. After that, we're going to create a Windows 11 upgrade directory. And this is where we kind of want to be done with the ISO, right? So we're just going to do a little robocopy here for the source and destination path get everything from that mounted ISO, put it in this directory over here. And now I've got the entirety of that ISO local.
Mhm.
So if anything goes wrong at this point, I have that extracted ISO that I can just call. And then just like the previous one, just call that setup.exe with whatever params you want. There is an entire Windows doc on Windows setup.exe and tons of params that are in there that you can pick. In this case, the change that I did here was I'm going to accept the EULA instead of skipping the EULA.
Okay.
You can mess around and do whatever you want there.
So I'm nervous about it doing it. I'm going to tell the users because I'm nervous.
Yeah. You either tell the users you're going to do this, or this is something that you fire off after hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Right. You fire off it in testing both of these. They both take about the same amount of time. It was anywhere from 10 to 15, sometimes 20 minutes, depending on what was there.
Okay.
You can save yourself a lot of headache by checking that your devices actually meet the requirements.
Oh, the hardware requirements. Yeah.
Yeah, the hardware requirements, the disk space
Disk space,
requirements,
yeah.
target appropriately, so that you're not getting like these successes of I ran the script, but then your devices aren't ever upgrading. So targeting is going to be your
Smart.
friend there.
And these are kind of
Love
your
it.
only options right now, because Windows 11 24H2 is a brand new build.
Yep.
So there is no enablement package to take you from 23H2 to 24H2.
Yep.
You either have to do the in-place upgrade or a full new image.
Yeah.
Right. So those are really your only options. I love enablement packages. They're usually very easy, usually very small. Just turn on whatever features that Windows tells it to turn on, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But that's not an option.
Yeah.
Here.
And like Chat's saying, like both of these methods work in deploying inventory.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of have to do the translation between my connect package and a deploy package, but they're all about the same.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Love it.
either way works.
Awesome.
Okay. Hopefully that helps. I think moving
Great.
on, we're going to move on to some PowerShell Pro tips.
PowerShell Pro tips.
All right, Andrew. I think that's your cue, right? What do you have for us today?
Well, first of all, every single time I hear anything PowerShell related, I just PowerShell Pro tips. It just plays in my head.
Well, yeah, it
But
just lives there.
I got some stuff to share. It really does. Better or for worse. So there's a cool project here, and I'll share screen here. Oh, how does that look? All right. So little birdie told me that there's a new project in town. It's called Module Explorer, written by none other than our very own, our boy, Joshua Deering, Fortress. You may have heard of him on Discord. I think he's Fortress on YouTube as well. Well, he came up with this fantastic project right here called Module Explorer. I'm a big fan of using Get Help and all that stuff. It's very good for finding out what commands do, but the discoverability is lacking. So let's show Module Explorer. And what this essentially is, it's a module explorer. It allows you to explore the modules that you have installed. Now, you can scroll through all of them. As you can see, I have a lot of AZ modules. Too many, in fact. Really, it's kind of ridiculous, right? We're only in the Ds by the time we get there. So I actually wrote this functionality with his help for his project, hide grouped modules. Let's get rid of those. Oh my goodness, we got rid of all the multiple modules. Now let's look at a module like import Excel, pretty popular module. And as you can see, there's all the commands that are inside of it. You can just go. This just looks cool, right? This is making me feel fancy right here. You press enter to navigate around. You can find out, what do you want to know? You want to know examples? You want to read the full thing? Me, I'm a simple guy. I like to see things practically. So let's look at some examples here. You can scroll through it. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed. My life is so much better now. You get out, you got what you need, you get done, you get back to work. And yeah, so that is Module Explorer for you. I highly recommend you get it installed, especially if you're looking for new things to do with PowerShell, or, there's a ton of fantastic modules that very smart people wrote, and you don't need to fully understand that to start taking advantage of it and exploring what you already have installed. So check out Module Explorer.
That's pretty nifty.
Some might call it plancy.
How long have you been sitting on that one?
That's a stretch.
Well, when he just said fancy, it came to me.
Oh, okay.
Everything Andrew says, he's so positive about it. I just want to do it because he's so positive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so crazy to see. So that was by Fortress, right? Right, Andrew? Yeah. Fortress, if I remember right, hasn't been doing PowerShell that long, and now he's out here like creating these awesome modules and stuff and providing them to the community. It's crazy the growth you can have if you just kind of like invest that time and energy into it. Really cool to see.
He was on the podcast recently too. If you want to hear his journey, he was on the PowerShell podcast, Joshua Deering. But I think he really started embracing PowerShell in like the past year or two, getting really involved in the Discord, the PowerShell scripting channel. And it's been, that's a cooler looking project than anything I've ever put together. So shout out to you.
So Andrew, there's a couple questions. How do they get the module? Can you cover that quickly?
Yeah, install Module Explorer. I'll put it in the chat as well.
It's in the gallery.
In the chat.
Boom. Published.
Bada boom. Just that easy.
Okay, we do have one more to show off. This is one, I think this is pretty timely if people are looking for this, but this is going to be Get BIOS that I found in the PowerShell gallery. What this does, it basically just it returns all of your BIOS settings. And I can show you what that looks like here. So if we run it on this machine, it's going to throw an error, but we're going to ignore that.
Yeah, it is an error.
Yeah, it didn't throw that error on my home machine. I don't know what's going on with the studio machines, but you can actually go in here and
Classic.
you can see
Works on my machine.
Yeah. You can see all of the settings that you have in your BIOS and how they're currently configured. And you can not only do this for your local machine, but you can put in a parameter for a remote machine and return that information as well, which is really cool. It's like, hey, is secure boot enabled, and you can go down and scroll down if I can actually find it, because there's a ton of stuff on here. Secure boot is enabled. So, BIOS is not something that you generally have a lot of visibility into, not easily, and sure, could you go and maybe like run the PowerShell to get this stuff yourself? You could. Or you could go and get this module, same thing, install module, get BIOS, and run this command, and you have all the information right there for you. and that you can just scroll through, figure out how your devices are configured at that BIOS level, and you're good to go.
Yeah, especially if you're like doing some Windows 11 upgrade that requires secure boot, requires TPM, requires TPM2.
Yeah.
Like all of these things, like you can get in here and you can start to get this information.
Yeah, because that could be the thing too. Is like maybe you have a TPM 2.0, but your secure boot is not enabled. That could still like cause you to fail your Windows 11 upgrade.
Yeah.
So again, checking this information is really, really good. There are a couple of caveats I will mention. One, it does have to run on Windows PowerShell, so you can't run this on like PowerShell 7. I think it's reliant on like WMI instead of CIM. Anyways, and the other one is that it only works on Dell, HP, Lenovo, and Toshiba, but I think that covers the vast majority of like work devices that are going to be out there.
Yeah, so like if you're probably
Enterprise
like
devices.
white boxes, like stuff you've built, you're probably not going to get it.
Right.
Okay, this is probably a good candidate for the Module Explorer.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
Load this in Module Explorer,
Yeah.
and then see all the available commands.
There you go.
All right, I think we're up for some fun now, right?
You worked at Circuit City? Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm listening to you guys, but you worked at Circuit City.
I was just like, squirrel.
Yeah.
Okay, fun fact really quick. I was the sales manager in computers at Circuit City. How crazy is that? I know. Okay, anyway.
What's the Circuit City?
I know, because you're just quiet now. Okay, let's play a game.
My turn.
PDQ Power Play.
You might think that Kelly's voice is recorded for each of those stingers, but nope.
No,
Does it every
it's
time.
live every time.
That's why it's so inconsistent. Every week it's a little
Every
different.
time.
Yeah. All right, what are we doing today?
Well, we're playing games. We're playing.
Okay.
Love that y'all just look at each other.
No. This is a Kahoot that we have created, and basically, we are hoping that you have started to bone up on your translation. Has anyone ever translated hieroglyphics? Because it's kind of the same process. Because so many of us have. No, it's a game called what's that programming language?
Yep.
Should I just hit start?
Yeah, let's start it up.
Let's just hit start.
Okay, you guys, I want to bring it. Let's get.
Hey, can I answer a
competitive. You
question
guys
in the
can't
chat
answer.
real quick?
Yeah. But for everybody else, while he's answering this, go to the Kahoot.it, go to that game pen, or scan that QR code. Jump in. We can hold 2,000 of you, so let's play.
Let's play. Get on there.
All right,
Tower
Brock's turn.
Records. You guys remember
Garnock,
Hastings?
I believe the parameter for running that on a remote computer is just -computer followed by the computer name.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so super easy.
Yeah.
So, does that just use regular like WS Man, like PS remoting?
I think so.
Nice.
So what
Okay.
we're going to be doing here is you are going to try and identify which programming language this visual representation is. So we're going to reveal a picture, and it is associated with a programming language. And when I talk programming language, could be scripting, so it could be, I don't know, we could do PowerShell, or maybe there's something like Fortran, or I don't know. We've gone way back on some of
COBOL, Haskell.
Yeah.
True.
So here's I was very confused because I heard this pitch when we were in the meeting talking about like ideas and stuff for the webcast.
Yeah.
I heard the pitch and in my mind I envisioned it like, oh, they're going to give us a script, just generic script, and based off like the syntax in the script, we would have to guess the programming
That's what I
language.
thought. That's what I thought.
If that is what you're expecting, don't.
Yeah.
No. See, and
That
that's-
ain't it.
Don't
here's-
expect that.
Here's the funny thing. That's what most of us thought. Tara was the one that thought about what we're doing today, and then we were all like, "Actually, that's a better idea. Let's
By
do
the way,
that."
I wanted it to be really hard, and these guys, they made it
Yeah.
way easy, you guys.
Are we giving stuff away to the winners?
Yeah,
the
of course we are.
Top 3 people. I've got some T-shirts for you. Okay, so our top 3 winners, you're going to send me your mailing address and your T-shirt size. Okay, 2 very essential things I need.
Very
Just
important.
email webcast@pdq.com, and we'll get you hooked up. Allow maybe 3 weeks for delivery. Sometimes we get backed up, but yeah. So, anyway.
I love that Andrew just joined and was like, "Oh wait, if I join,
I'm cheating.
Don't cheat, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew, you can't cheat.
Been there, done that. It was fun while it lasted.
All right.
All right.
Let me know when we're ready to.
I feel like we'll give him another few seconds, so we're gonna
Alright.
we're gonna start really soon. If you were still in the chat, jump in.
Yep.
This is t-shirts are on the line. We got about, I think there's 12.
Yes.
12 questions. 12
12
images.
questions. All right.
And they'll slowly reveal, and you just have to pick out which programming language it is. Are we ready to go?
And you do have options.
Yeah.
I mean, we do give you, it's multiple choice.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D.
So
Let's do this. It's about speed, too.
It is.
It's about
about
speed. It's speed and correct. So you got to answer fast.
And we got to tell you, I think, Drew, you maybe mentioned this. These move pretty fast. They're only 10 seconds.
Yep.
All right.
Ready?
Let's
do this thing.
Ready? Here we
in,
go.
you're in.
Let's do it. Kahoot!
That was a good one. I like that one. All right, first one's up.
All right.
Ooh.
What programming
You should also
language
see this
is
on,
this?
on your device, wherever you're playing.
Yes.
Here comes the clicks. I can hear them. Everybody's coming in.
Yep.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Oh, let's see. Oh.
Okay, most got it. Fortran. Fortran.
Fortran.
Yeah.
It's number 4.
Number 4.
It's number 4.
With wheels.
Had wheels. Transport. Fortran. All right, here we go. Next one. Where are we
Oh,
at?
IT Beard.
He's really good at trivia. He always
Like
wins
2
when we play
points.
trivia.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, next one.
This
Here
is
we
his
go.
jam.
What programming language is this?
Ooh.
Fortress
easy.
is
I get that one.
Josh got this in like 0.5 seconds.
Well, yeah. This is
That
an
one's
easy
easy.
one.
There you go.
Oh.
C sharp.
There's quite a few that chose
Oh.
F sharp.
That's fair. That's fair. I get that. Oh, we got
Oh,
a
wow.
change.
Man.
Oh, here we
Drastic
go.
change in the
Good
leaderboard.
Yes, man.
All right, here we go. What programming language is this? Oh, this one's tough.
This one was,
I had no idea what this was.
Yeah.
This one is tough.
this one got me.
I actually asked AI too, and it said something different.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
going to be a split. That was.
Ooh.
That's PHP.
I'm going to guess that was a
Was.
guess.
Yeah, it was PHP because the elephant is their mascot.
Yeah.
So
Which, as soon as you see it, as soon as you see the logo, you're like, oh, yeah, I should.
AI thought it was SQL, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, that makes Bill move up.
all right.
Nobody's on
Okay.
fire.
All right.
Okay, next question. What programming language is this?
That's the
I
same
like that
question
the
for everyone.
leaderboard is changing.
Do it say it in different accents each time, Kelly.
I like
put
this
a
one.
spin.
Yeah.
I didn't get this
See,
one.
yeah,
I love this one.
Kelly thought he was being funny.
Yeah.
I still don't get
This
it.
is a good one.
Okay.
A sequel.
Fine.
Rocky 2.
some
What
people
is
got
Rocky
it.
Classic
2?
sequel.
It's a sequel.
It's such a dad joke.
Bill got it. Okay.
Bill,
You're on.
Yeah.
We got it.
Bill's looking like he's got a good lead
Nobody's
there.
catching up.
what programming language is this?
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
It's kind of a cool car.
It really is.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was fast.
Rust.
well
Yeah, that
done.
was fast.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
nailed
started
that
there.
one.
I always feel bad for the one person
Oh, still Bill.
Mm-hmm.
that didn't get it right.
Still Bill.
Still
That could be
Bill.
a sequel to Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go. ¿Qué programming idioma es eso?
He's doing it.
This was my favorite one. This is my favorite picture.
Yeah.
Mostly because you can envision Dorothy just walking down
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
That's where I left my shoes. Yeah, Ruby on Rails. Well done.
Yeah.
Scoreboard. Ooh, a
Got
change.
things over.
Oh,
Nobody's winning.
I like this. These guys are
Good
fast.
All
shirts
right.
for me.
It's for me. Oh, we're only halfway done.
We
know.
are.
Hurry.
We
Ooh, that's
are.
anybody's
3
game
minutes.
still.
Here we
I
go.
like it. We should have told Sam about this. Do you know he loves trivia?
Oh,
Yes.
I like
Sam
this.
is very competitive.
Yeah. Do you not play our Thursday trivia?
No, because I can't ever get on there fast enough. I used to play.
Yeah, Pearl.
Oh, that one.
Pearl.
It was
That
an
one.
oyster underwater, and pearls come from the
Great Aunt
oyster.
Pearl.
Well done.
Oh, nobody's still there. Oh, no.
Ah,
oh,
yeah.
he's still there.
Who
Okay.
won? Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody won.
All right, next one. Did you like that accent? Okay.
That's good. This one is also pretty
Come
good.
on.
Oh, the
Come on.
reveal. The
Yeah.
reveal on that. So good. Oh,
Well done. Look at that PowerShell.
Now, just a reminder, if you are one of those top 3 winners on the podium, you'll have to send us, also, I think I need a screenshot, because anybody could say that they're nobody.
Oh, that's
So we need to
true.
have
Yeah.
a screenshot as well that
Give me a
says
screenshot.
that's your guy.
because, trust yet verify.
That PowerShell image could be a pretty good T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Yes, I'm gonna make one.
Yeah.
I think Drew should make that, right?
Maybe that'll
Oh,
be
come on.
the price.
This one's so fast,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Poor
yeah.
gator.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, why does
that
it gotta
he's
be
eating
the gator?
I don't know, because Kelly's mean. I don't
Pretend it's a
know.
baby gator.
Does that make
Python.
it better?
Because in my mind, the gator should be winning no matter what. How could a python win? Oh, nobody's
IT Beer's coming up. There's my guy. Yeah.
Making a run
Happy
here.
snake.
Okay.
We should be playing like a side bet where we bet on who's going to win.
We
and
are.
we have our own. We
It's like
already
a
are.
horse race?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, I
go.
love it.
Come
Here we
on, come
go.
on. Go, go,
Oh,
go, go, go,
This
go.
is a good one.
Caterpillar.
You're
This is
not gonna know
caterpillar.
until the very end. Right?
Yeah, it's because the middle one. You got to wait for the middle one to disappear.
Oh, everyone got
Well
this.
done, Java. It was a
Okay,
coffee
come
bean,
on.
Java.
What did I put
Come
on
on.
that other one? Oh, caffeine. A lot of them chose caffeine. Is that a
same-
language? I don't know.
same
If it's, is it language? I don't know.
No, but
There's an
there's a pretty common.
Yeah, my guy. I shouldn't be cheering, but he's my trivia buddy.
Jeez.
There's a pretty common Mac shell script called Caffeinate.
Okay, that I know
We're
of.
going to sleep.
All right, well, here we go. Next one.
2 left.
Oh, yeah. So
I didn't like this one.
I didn't
most
like
people
I had
don't like
no
it.
idea what this was, by the
Yeah.
way.
Let's see who gets it.
It reminds me of like a high school computer science class.
Everybody got it.
Boom!
Everybody
Look
got
at that. Everybody got it. HTML.
Yep. Also not wrong. It's a markup language.
it. Valid.
All right. Scoreboard
We're
changes.
just shaking it up here.
Nobody, IT
not a
Beard,
brick.
There you
and
go.
Joe.
One more for the
Okay.
money.
Brick
All right.
language. Oh, last one. All right.
What? Oh, there's one
common
more.
language is
Oh, there's one
this. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
This one's.
There it comes.
Did
Here
you
it
get
comes.
this one?
No, because it's also not a programming language. That's
Yes,
fine.
I got this one.
we said scripting.
Oh, there you go.
I
You got
should
it.
have
you go.
questioned this clear.
Because they're having
most,
a bash.
most people got that.
All right.
Yeah.
I actually thought it might be Swift because it looked like a Taylor Swift.
Okay, here we
Sorry,
go.
it's
IT
IT
Beard
Beard.
number
Place,
3.
Three.
Hey!
Winner.
Joe.
Joe, out of nowhere.
And number one.
Nobody?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody won.
Man, Joe came
Good job,
from
you
nowhere.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe
Hey,
did
do
come
we
out
have
of nowhere.
time to just quickly show one of my pictures, please? Please, Drew?
I don't have one.
It'd be if you pull up your Slack, you'd have to like pull it out because she sent it to Content Core.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
where
I've got
we're at?
time. I'll give you 60 seconds for this because these
If I
were
can find
ridiculous.
it. Yeah, you can't do these.
Yeah, I think you guys could. I think you guys could do them. I just
Pull one
want
of
to
those
show.
and drag it over.
There's really.
I don't know what that
Just
is.
come
I don't know
on.
what that is.
That one was the worst.
The
Oh,
level
this one?
of
The one above's a little
difficulty.
better.
All right, let's see it.
Tell me if you guys could have done these ones.
Hang on
These
here.
are 5
Let me get rid of
languages
this.
hidden in the picture.
Oh, so there's 5 different languages in
Yeah,
every picture, and you have
but
to name all
I
5.
have faith
so it's
in-
not only like a trivia, but it's like a
Let me
find.
do this a slightly different way.
Okay,
Hang on
he's
one
gonna
I
pull it
second.
have
out.
faith in our people. I have faith in our people.
Do you?
Oh my gosh, poor Keith. I don't know if you guys were following Discord, but Keith joined Discord yesterday and got like 17 mentions in Discord. He's either like, this Discord, these people are insane. Okay, look at this picture. Could you find the 5 languages in this picture?
I can find one right off the bat.
I got 2.
Python.
I'll move you guys so we can see everybody. Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
elephant PHP.
Well, the only reason I know PHP is because of the previous one. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I've been like, yep, it's an elephant.
So I got Python right here.
Yeah. You got Rust.
Rust is pretty easy.
Yeah. PHP.
And all those
Oh.
blocks, all the blocks in the background, that's HTML.
We're just sticking with that one,
See,
huh?
we learned that one.
Yeah. What's the?
Also there's Windows.
Sorry.
I don't know if you see Windows in there.
Shell. Yeah. I don't know. This is
I
impossible.
guess you don't like a challenge, Josh. I'm just saying.
We just think it's asinine. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Oh, gray means go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Green was
Wow.
go. Oh, wow.
That's a good one.
Thanks, Brig. See, Brig likes a challenge. Okay, anyway,
Brig
so
does.
winners, email, webcast.
At pdq.com. Give us a screenshot. I also need your mailing address and your shirt size. Doesn't do me any good if I don't have those 2 things. So there you go.
Okay,
Well,
thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us today. For PDQ, I'm Josh.
I'm Tara.
I'm Brock.
Thank you very much for joining the webcast. Do us a few favors if you wouldn't mind. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave us your comments. Spread the word and join us on Discord. That's where we have even more fun. Have a great week. We'll see you back here next time.